it's Sweet Baby Ray, man. Y'all were making me smile, so I figured I would diversify diversify your panel. Up next on our commercial break, y'all stay white there. They'll be right black. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, y'all?
Hey, say, man, where you from?
I live in Greenville, South Carolina, but I'm born and raised in Brooklyn.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
I'm gonna do a little trivia. If I represent Queens and I said she was raised out in Brooklyn, who am I referencing?
Raised out in Brooklyn.
I represent Queens. She was raised out in Brooklyn.
Damn.
And I'm from Queens.
He from Queens, and he don't know.
That was LL back in the day.
LL.
Goddamn.
What song was it?
I think it was Doing It Well. I represent Queens. She was raised. I've actually been. I've done stuff with Ricky Smiley and I'm a big hip hop fan. I do some stand up, and when black people can't get Gary Owen, I'm like the Walmart version of Gary Owen.
Nah, that's deep,
what,
man.
That's when Tayshaun and Nene say, "Mom, I want Gary Owen," and Mom says, "No, we got Gary Owen at home. I'm that Gary Owen."
Mayo rules the world. Come on, man. I like that.
That's I like to make people laugh. No one as they die says, "I wish I was more sensitive," or "I wish I complained more." But real quick, when I said Missy was the most consistent, what I meant was, I want to say in like 11 out of the last 27 years, she had a #1 hit. Now, I didn't say like the best. I just meant consistent. Like, she's never gone 2 years without putting out an album that like topped the charts. And it's crazy. She looks more attractive now than she did in 1998 when she was hanging out with the Brat.
Hey, you're right, but you know, money make you look better. That's what they say. So yeah, I'm
100%, bro. Look at Elon Musk from like 15 years ago, bro. He looked like every guy on To Catch a Predator, and now he looks like the bad guy in a Bond movie, bro. Money can do anything.
Damn. Say, man, goddamn. Hey, right.
Have you guys heard of a young group of cats called Coast Contra?
Nah.
If you like the old East Coast MC style, they're pretty big on YouTube. They've been around, I'd say, for like 2.5 years. One guy's name is Jamal L. It's like if ODB and Busta Rhymes had a kid. This kid goes off. I think that he's gonna. It's funny. How old are y'all?
Man, I'm 51.
Dude, you look like the Big Lots version of Ice Cube, bro. I'm waiting to say that someone fucked the captain's daughter.
Say it. Say, man.
But no, man.
That's just the Raiders hat, bro. That's just the Raiders hat.
You got the big cheekbones, good smile, positive attitude, man. I can think of a lot worse people to be compared to than Ice Cube.
Definitely.
Ice-T looks like a pimp that doesn't realize it's not 1993 anymore. I love him, man, but like 1993 called and said they want the hot comb back.
Hey, he used to be one of my favorite rappers, though, man. That's crazy.
Did you know that Ice-T was an Army Ranger?
No, I didn't know that.
Facts. You can Google that shit, man. The dude is an Army Ranger, Special Forces Army Airborne Ranger.
Damn. This recent? He been how long?
No, man, that dude's probably 60 years old. This is probably 1989, 1986, somewhere in that window.
When he was making "Fuck the Police" and "Cop Killer," what did he make?
Bro,
He made some song like that, right?
You know who was a fucking Marine? Was fucking Shaggy was a Marine.
The Jamaican Shaggy? It
that
wasn't me.
that dude. Yeah.
You know.
Wasn't he just a PFC though?
He qualified with Airborne Ranger School. What I'm saying is like what he got out as, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that in the mid '80s, it probably wasn't easy for men of color to rank up.
Right.
I say that with respect, no drama. Just it was a different era.
I'm gonna cheat real quick, because I know I remember him saying remember them talking about him being a PFC or something of that nature. And for those that don't know,
he's a POC. I don't know if he was a PFC.
Yeah. I'm cheating. I'm cheating now. I'm not gonna say I just pulled it up, y'all. I'm cheating.
Pulled out to Google.
Yeah. They say his rank was private first class. Like I said, I knew it was PFC.
Hey, tomorrow's my 40th birthday, man. So I'm turning to that age now where.
Happy B-Day, man.
I was at the gym. I was at the gym the other day, and I was playing the Locks. You remember Wild Out by the Locks when Jadakiss was in that group?
Yeah.
And one of the young kids was like, "Yo, that's fire. Who's that new guy?" And I just laughed because I realized I'm like, that's probably the year 2000.
Yeah. We're in some different times, man, especially with music. Definitely.
I don't know. There's no more MCs, bro. Like I miss Redman, I miss Busta, I miss KR. Like I had mentioned earlier in the chat, I think KRS-One is incredibly underrated.
But you know, so this is what I always wondered, right? Now, why is it now white people love old school hip hop more than black people? Why is that?
Why do white people? Bro, because white people are nostalgic, man. You put on that song, Come On Eileen, that's been getting white people turned since 1978. Go to a Boston Red Sox game, bro. Like, bro, if I show you, I still got spiky hair, bro. Like 1999 called the Backstreet Boys. They said, Ray, we need our hairline back. You guys have always been up to date with fashion, like staying up to date with trends and shit.
Right.
White people are typically the last to know.
Damn. And you know what? I thought we was the last to know. We may be the last to know when it comes to politics and shit like that. So with the hip hop and fashion, we like create the shit, and then the other cultures catch on. But then when it comes to like money, politics and shit like that, we're the last motherfuckers to get the information.
You know what's funny about do y'all watch ESPN? You guys sports fans?
But he more of a sports fan than me.
So it's like if you ask like a young black reporters, like they'll say that LeBron is the GOAT, right? And I say it's a toss up 1 and 2, Michael and Kobe. But yeah, for some reason, like the black culture seems to appreciate new, white culture seems to appreciate. I don't know. We're just spitballing here. I'm not like, it's not a judgment thing. Just I'm thinking out loud.
It's more of a generational thing when it comes to who they think the greatest is, because you can only think the greatest is. We see, being a little older. You ask our age, I'm 52, so being a little older, we got the opportunity to see, using sports as an example, Jordan and the LeBron debate. We've had the opportunity to see both of those cats perform.
Me too.
The new generation only got to see LeBron perform, so they can, and Kobe, I forgot about to throw Kobe in that. We got the opportunity to see all three of those guys perform.
Well, I'm a little too young to remember like Magic and Bird. So people talk about Jerry West, Magic, Bird, Pistol Pete Maverick, Kareem. Like they're talking about shit I've never seen.
We got the internet now, so you can go back and watch the video.
But they're not gonna do that. That's old. They want to see what's happening now, and they're gonna say Kobe is the greatest because that was their generation. Those that see LeBron are gonna say LeBron is the greatest. Because that's their generation. Now those who have the Jordan argument. Those people saw Jordan live and saw what he did, saw what he helped transform the Bulls into.
Man was electric.
Yeah.
So y'all think Jordan the greatest? Is that what y'all agreeing on that?
I'm
saying it's a generational thing.
I'm gonna say it like this: if we're in Game 7 with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left and we're down by 5, I'm not taking LeBron.
No, but see, to me, you got to include Steph Curry somewhere because he's underrated as being one of the greatest. And now, would you want Steph Curry in that position?
I think that I want Michael 1. I think I want Kobe 2. And in that position, I'd probably take Ray Allen over Steph Curry.
What?
I'm talking 2 minutes left. Clutch. I'm not talking about overall career.
I'm saying clutch too. I'm saying from half court. You know what I'm saying? This is Curry. This is like they sprinkle magic on this little dude.
That's another new thing. Do you remember back when we were young, like people might shoot beyond the arc like 6 times a game, and now guys are dropping them from 46 feet. It's
right.
Like they layup.
Yeah, that's like a new thing, man.
Bro, you got those European guys coming over with like engineering degrees, knowing how to shoot from 48 feet.
That's facts too. That's facts.
But no, y'all were talking about reggae, man. My first reggae album I ever had. Y'all remember Reggae Gold?
Reggae Gold? Nuh-uh.
It was like do you remember like the Now Hip Hop or the Power, like the compilation hit CDs we used to get in the 90s?
Those TV compilation albums. Yeah.
Yeah, Reggae Gold 98 was Sean Paul, before he became famous, he did a song called Deport Them, and he did a song called Infiltrate. I actually speak a little bit of patois. So in Infiltrate, he says, a woman, she ain't want no baits. A bait is like a soft ass dude. Them
Right.
to go feed, but your legs, if you're hot, set her up on a yeah, that you had a dude by the name of Red Rat. Blood, every time you pass, hey, you girl in a tied up skirt. Every time they were like reggae hall MCs, and then Elephant Man came in and ruined the whole fucking thing.
No shit. What'd you think?
Yeah, Elephant Man took over. He was ugly. He's an ugly dude. And then he was good. But did Elephant Man get killed though?
What's that?
Is Elephant Man still living, or did he get killed?
He should have been killed for what he did to our ears, bro. Like, shit.
God damn. So who a good reggae artist to you? What's good?
A good reggae artist to me, I would say Red Rat is Kevin Little back in the day had some like really good club break. Like he had that like hybrid reggae that American people like in the clubs you could dance to.
Right.
But if you want like real gritty reggae, probably Red Rat.
Right. Me neither. You on some shit we ain't on.
Yeah.
Bro, I tell you what, man, we got a secret. Instead of MySpace, I got a thing called My Race, and white people share hip hop history with each other. This way we can go on panels and sound smart against our brothers of color when we talk about hip hop in the 90s and 2000s.
Say, man, hey, come on. Is that some real shit, man, or you just bullshit me?
I'm bullshitting. That's not a real thing, bro.
That sounds like some shit could be true, though. God damn. Because I ain't gonna lie, you know way more hip hop than I know, and I'm into music. That's some fucked up shit.
Well, you got to like doing entertainment, man. Like I was a comic, right? Every comic wants to be a musician. I got something to say. I want to be heard. I want to be understood. I notice something that people don't see. Musicians do it in a much cooler. Every musician wants to be a comic. Every comic wants to be a music. Like look at Dave Chappelle. Look at how many musical artists Dave Chappelle put on back. Like Most Def. He introduced Most Def to like the entire white community on Chappelle's show.
Yep.
Like Most Def only became a household name because Dave Chappelle introduced him to the world.
That's true.
That's true.
And that guy was like a classical MC. Like guy was just an incredible. And I enjoy. There's some stuff I call ear candy, right? Like it's fun for the ears. Turn your brain off. You just kind of vibe out to, clean the house, lift your weights.
Right.
And there's certain guys like when I hear the song, I extrapolate something different from it every time I hear it. Like KRS is one of those guys. Most Def is one of those guys. Jadakiss is one of those guys. Like real MCs.
Yeah.
Before Beyonce ruined, Sean Carter, Hove, he used to have a lot to say.
Damn. So let me ask you this here, since we on that, who's the best? Would you give it to Jay-Z, Biggie, or Tupac, the greatest rapper?
Biggie and Tupac both got taken in their 20s, so the body of work, if you were to stop Jay-Z at 27 the same day they were stopped.
Right.
I'm a Brooklyn guy, so people are gonna hate me. I like Biggie more, but I think Pac was more talented. Jay-Z had the longevity. He's 43 years old. He built an empire. And I also think he stood on the shoulders of, like, one thing, same thing with basketball, right? LeBron stands on the shoulders of those who come before him, just like they stood on the shoulders of those who came before them. And, I really think that Biggie and Pac were the first guys to, are either of you guys from New York?
Yeah.
There was an interesting thing that happened. Hip hop in the late 90s started to it went from Hot 97 and Power 105. Right. And you started to hear certain shit on like Z100 and KT, like the America's Top. And that's when it really started to ingratiate itself into the world, became like a global phenomenon where everybody celebrated in hip hop. And, Pac and I think if Pac and Biggie were able to live a little bit longer, if they had good management, like they'd have a catalog that were 25 albums. They probably would have done a collaborative album by this point.
Definitely. But my question is, you have to choose one. Which one out of those three? Matters the body of work. We're talking about the body of work they did, not the body of work they could have. So if right now you had a choice, these are your last three artists, who would you go with?
Pac.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's I never questioned his authenticity. I thought everything he said was like from the core. It was organic.
Right.
I don't think he was. That's what I felt like. I could feel the passion in his voice coming out from his message.
Definitely.
And Jay has put, like, remember when Jay did that song with UGK?
Yeah, Big Pimpin'.
Like, that's what I mean by ear candy. Like, Pac never put out any ear candy. Every single one of his songs had something to say.
Yeah, it was a message behind it, definitely.
And that's what I mean by, like, Missy was the most consistent. But, you know, if I were to say who's the best female lyricist of all time, I would say Lil' Kim's probably the most gritty, probably the most legitimate female MC.